evening to all of you, please. Say good evening, please. Thank you. Well, I was just wondering, I'm sure the program must have been circulated earlier. It looks like not many men are interested in giving something to their wives on this auspicious day, because what has been written in the uh, agenda and the program, that something everybody is going to give back to their wife on this Karwa Chauth. So I thought maybe, a lot of men will be there and they must be thinking in their mind, oh, what we should really take back for our wives, and so, that they really feel good and elated, especially today. Anyhow, you can have some ideas, hopefully. Well, Federation of Indian Women Entrepreneur is basically a platform for women. It has been created to facilitate as a platform because in our social setup, men are having a lot of freedom. They have a lot of availability of all the resources which generally women do not have. And we thought there should be a platform where women can all get together, interact, network, learn from each other, and then, they have something forward to look at. For men, the men's club are there. They can spend their time in the evenings, go for drinks around with their friends. But for women, it's slightly difficult because her multitasking at home, her multitasking at work, children, husband, a lot of other responsibilities. I'm sure these days the scene has changed, but still we have not gone away from it, and I don't think, as our culture is, we are ever going to go away from that. So home is going to be basically a woman's domain, but along with it, we have started realizing that women is also having equally good talent, rather sometimes better than men, and she needs to exploit that. And that's what, after realizing the strength, realizing that we need a platform, this Federation of Indian Women Entrepreneurs was created. In fact, there was a very old organization, if some people know about it, I don't know, it used to be called as National Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs. And we used to be member of that. And in the year 1993, this National Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs, where there used to be a women's wing, which was given a rename like Federation of Indian Women Entrepreneurs in 1993 at the Hyderabad meeting. So from 1993, this platform came up. It was a part of, again, sort of a women's wing of Federation of Small and Medium Enterprises. But after 3-4 years, we took a very strong decision that why should we be a part of men's wing only, because they want to do some activity when they find that, okay, there is no other activity, let's do something for women, otherwise it's not a proper agenda for women program. So we decided to separate it and make a separate independent organization, which is called Federation of Indian Women Entrepreneurs. So in 1997, it got formally registered as National Federation of Indian Women Entrepreneurs. Now, the basic purpose, as I told you, that it's a platform. We give lot of counseling to women in areas of how they can start business, what are there in the business, what are the other things they should take care of, what are the facilities given by the government, and what she can really get out of it. Apart from that, it's economic growth for her. She can also get lot of other opportunities, and which can be filtered down to her family, because I feel that men do the business for themselves, but when women does a business, she does for family. And once it is done for family, it goes, it will go to the town, it will go to the country, and finally, country is going to benefit out of it. So that's how we started working for women entrepreneurs. I think in the process, a lot of women in last 15, 20 years, I've seen a bigger growth in women entrepreneurs. As an entrepreneur, I was an entrepreneur. I started my industry in 1977. I have 2 children. That time they were very young, like 4 years and 6 years. And I think that was my journey, and it was really full of struggle because the scene has completely changed now. At that time, the things were not available. Getting a telephone was very difficult. Getting small things were very difficult. Telephone, of course, is one, and then if you have to go and meet somebody, if you have to get some kind of a land, if you have to get your project approved, everything was very difficult, especially nobody took women seriously. So the struggle went on and it continued. I started with industrial chemicals and plastic as a distributor for North India, and in say 1 year, my turnover got to almost like 1 lakh of rupees, which was a big sum that time, I felt. And then I thought, I must grow into business and I should get into the manufacturing sector because I wanted to get some award from the government of India. And that's how the journey started. And that journey took me along. Of course, it was very hard, it was very difficult because I was basically breaking the glass ceiling at that time, which was very tough. It is now much more easier, but that time it was very tough, in the sense that family had to accept me as a different person altogether. Men has to accept me as a altogether different woman. Women has to accept me as altogether different woman. Because if I'm sitting with women, I did not know what to talk, because I was most of the time working with men. And when I'm sitting with men will always think, oh, she's a woman, she hardly knows anything, why to talk to her? So those kind of barriers were there which one has to face. And of course, I think that barrier in men still exists. They still feel that women knows less as compared to them. But they forget that women are doing multitasking in a big way, and that's why they are not able to focus on particular things as men are able to do, because women are facilitating men to have that beautiful time so that they can go through the newspaper, they can really go to their office in time, they are not bothered when the children are going to school, what time they are coming back, where their lunches are to be packed, and preparation for food for family, and so many other things, what's on, it can go on. So the point is this, that men should be thankful to women of their life, that they are facilitating their lives in a bigger way, their businesses in a bigger way, directly or indirectly. So when I came through that, I think I got the biggest support from my husband, and keeping that in mind, we decided to have this platform. And at the Federation today, we have a very big number of women who are very successful. And we had, in fact, created a single window. With the help of the government, we forced them to open a single window where women goes, submits her paper, she can get her cell tax registration done, she can have the excise done through the single window, she can have all facilities if she has to fight through the tender, she can have the NSIC registration done, she can have the SISI registration done. So all things can be done through the single window. But that really took time, but today women can take the benefit of that. We have been even able to force the government that whatever 25% SME procurement done by the institution which are like defense or say the central government purchases, all those purchases, railway purchases, 25% should be allocated to SMEs, and NSIC has taken that, National Small Industries Corporation had taken that step, and out of which they have allocated 10% to women entrepreneurs. So we have gone in a very big way, in a long way. Successfully we have come up, and I feel that more and more women should come forward Because if they are given a proper support, let me tell you, women is a very, very big economic force. And it's not only economic force for earning money, it will impact socially also. It will have a big impact socially when, as I told you, when women works, it impacts the family in a big way. So I think that government is doing a lot of good job. You know, women are getting money, 90% money you can get if you are going out for exhibition, if you are registered with the DICs. You can get your 90% money back from the government of India. You can get your exhibition 90% money, like booking for exhibition and your air ticket booking, all those things you can get back from the government. There are a lot many other facilities which the government is going. There is a free collateral money which you can get through the CGTMSE, which is a scheme by the SIDBI for the small scale industries. It can be taken by women entrepreneurs, of course, as well as male entrepreneurs can take it, but it's a collateral free up to 25 lakhs. So a lot of facilities are there. Let me give opportunity to others also, please. Every woman has to go through it when she starts her business. When I started in 1982, the Asiad had come to Delhi, and I wanted to start my television manufacturing unit, which I had already started. So I went to the bank and I asked for the loan. And I was very much in hurry because the production had to take place before the Asiad 82 starts, you know. The bankers put a lot of questions. One, where is your management? Two, how will you give back the loan? Three, who are your guarantors? And I was so agitated, in fact. I said, who the hell management they are talking? Every industry has 1% or 2% of management when they start. And I am the management and I have the confidence to return the money. I know what I am doing. This is my business pattern. This is my business plan. And the bank should only look at my business plan, not whether I am a man or a woman. And then the question was how I am going to return. And then again, who are the guarantors? And I said, sorry, I have no guarantors. My husband is a government officer and he has no money. We have no properties. Property we have to make. And that's why I'm doing business to really grow economically. And the bankers, you know, they hesitated. And of course, I knew the banker I was talking to, he never takes money, and people were really swearing on for his honesty. But what were the market, what I had heard and what I had learned during my process of distributor as Northern India, I thought, let me take some money and go to his residence. So I called one of my executives, went to his residence. I kept the money in my purse, and then I just said to him, I said, he was general manager of the bank, and I said, I need the money very badly within a week's time. Though I hesitate, I don't like to do it, but I have to. If you need money, this is it. And he looked at me with the wide eyes open, you know. And he called his wife and said, Madam Aggarwal aayi hain, inko chai pilaiye. I said, thank you very much. And then he got a cup of tea and he talked to me. He talked in detail what business I'm planning and how I'm planning, what I'm doing, what my husband is doing, what is the family setup I have and all that. It became little friendly. But I was very frustrated, very, very frustrated in my heart. I said, nothing doing, listen, I just don't want to discuss all these nonsense things which are not concerned with the business. But I need to hear from you. I'm just talking to myself in my heart. I want to hear from you that come and take loan. And then after, I said, okay, thank you very much for giving us so much of time and all that. He said, okay, you come day after tomorrow to the bank. And that's what I wanted to hear. And then day after tomorrow when I went there, they agreed to give me a loan of 10 lakhs of rupees, which was a big amount for me that time. In 82, then I started my business, and I had such wonderful relations with the banks that I will just ask for any limit, for anything, bill discounting, for whatever, and they will immediately agree without any problem, because I was a very, very good paymaster, and I made it a point that whatever I have taken, anything loan from the bank, I have to keep all my records intact, keep all my papers properly, and maintain everything in the most decent way that the bankers should feel proud of me. And I think that made a lot of difference. So that's how I overcame my financial problem. But the problems again, you know, if you go to the financial corporations where you get the term loan, because here I got the loan for my working capital, but I wanted the term loan from the financial corporation, Delhi Financial Corporation. And there I had a lot of problem. But again, you have to have the guts to really fight with it. And as Benu was saying, it is actually amongst men is their mindset. It is their mindset which gives a problem to women. It is women mindset also, because they always feel very small about themselves. They always feel they are good for nothing. They always feel, oh, हम तो कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते, हमें वो guts ही नहीं है, हमें वो decision making की आदत नहीं है, because all the time they will look for, oh, ये ठीक है, आप बताएंगे, either husband or brother or father or son. The decision making has to be done by the man of the house, by the male member of the family, but not by women herself. And that's where I feel that most of the women, they are really creating problems for themselves, and they are not successful because they are not able to do their own decision making. You know, I'll just share it with you. I ask my husband, I ask my son, but finally I decide. Why? I ask them because I feel it's always good to take opinions from everyone. Take everybody's opinion, take your own decision. So I take opinions instead of going out or asking this person or that person. Well, there are two men in my family, why not I ask them first? So I ask them, whatever opinion they give, I just take it, and then finally I take a decision whether it has to be done or it has not to be done. And this is the thing which women has to strictly follow with herself. Let me tell you, decision making is very poor in women. And that's why probably I succeeded in my business.